Hey everyone, this is TechZone13 and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Sony PlayStation. So as you guys can see here, I've got the original Sony PlayStation that was released back in December 1994, and more than 100 million units were sold, which is quite incredible. So yeah, let's get to the review. Looking at the front of the console, you've got two memory card and two controller ports. So the memory card was a pretty cool thing back in the day. You could stick in the memory card, save your game data. You could also go to a friend's house, bring the memory card along with you, stick it in their PlayStation, and it would remember where you were in the game. So it basically it saved your data and you could continue on another PlayStation, which is, you know, pretty cool, I guess, considering this was the 90s. And yeah, even the Xbox 360, a last gen console, did have the option to use memory cards. So yeah, also you've got two controller ports there for the PlayStation 1 controller. So taking a look at the original Sony controller, let me just unwind this for you guys. This was the original PlayStation controller that came out with the PlayStation. So yeah, it's a really light and small controller. There you go, that was the original controller. Later on they released the DualShock controller, which I also have here. Here's the DualShock controller. Basically the PS2 and PS3 controllers looked really similar to this. But yeah, this was the design of the PlayStation controller that was to be used for like the next decade, I guess, because even the PS3 DualShock controller looked really similar. Obviously wireless, but you know, it did look similar, in fact nearly the same. But yeah, this was the PlayStation DualShock controller. So obviously you got the addition of the joysticks, and your L and R2 buttons were made a lot bigger, double the size of the L and R1 buttons. So yeah, you also got the rumble function, which was a pretty cool thing back in the day. So the controller would vibrate. Say you were playing Gran Turismo and your car crashed on the side, the controller would vibrate. So yeah, I guess it was to enhance your gaming experience. So yeah, that was a pretty cool thing. And yeah, looking at the top of the PlayStation, it's a really simple and basic design, I guess. You got these really big buttons here. You got your eject and your power. There's your power indicator, and you've also got a reset button there. So yeah, really chunky, big, bulky buttons, I guess. So, this is where you would put the discs in. So a really similar design to the PS2 Slim. So there's where your games would go. And to show you guys, this is what a PlayStation 1 game would look like. Here we got Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. But yeah, so this is what a PlayStation 1 game would look like. They came in the CD cases. Let me just open it up. So you would have your manual here, and here's the actual game. So PlayStation 1 games came in the format of a CD, which was really cool back then, considering other consoles like the Nintendo 64, for example, used cartridges. So yeah, it came in the format of a CD, or basically a disc, which is you know, pretty advanced back in the 90s, because even today we still use discs for gaming. So like the PS3, PS4, you know, the Xbox One, you know, we still use discs. So yeah, I guess that was a pretty advanced thing back then. And at the back of it, you know, it was all black. So you know, that was a thing of the PlayStation 1. I'm not actually sure why it was black, but you know, I guess it looked pretty cool. But yeah, that is an example of a PlayStation 1 game. So yeah, pretty much it would pop in to the PlayStation like that, close it, put on the power button, and yeah, play. So really basic, you know, and really advanced at the time. So yeah, here's the top. You've got your Sony PlayStation logo, and you've got the Sony logo on the top as well. So yeah, looking on the sides, it's just pretty much vents. You've got like this ridgy design and, you know, venting system for the console. Looking at the back here, again, really simple, really basic. You've got your power port. It uses the exact same power cord that the PS2, PS3, and I believe the PS4 use as well. You know, it's, you know, everyone knows, you know, this power port. It is used for a lot of things today. So yeah, it's the same power cord that we use for most of our electronic devices. You've got your AV multi-out for your AV cables. You know, we've all seen these. They even came with the PlayStation 3. So yeah, those are your AV cables. And you've got your serial, and you've also got your parallel. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the parallel port was used for, but it was later removed in newer, I guess, newer versions or models of this console. So yeah, we look underneath the console. There's not much to see. Here's just a label. This one is the SCPH 7502. So basically we can tell that this is one of the earlier versions of the PlayStation, because it has the parallel. Later versions did not have it. But one of the biggest issues of the PlayStation 1 back in the time was with the parallel. I believe you could connect something in the parallel port, so you could play games from other regions, or burnt games, I guess. I'm not really sure, but I know that the biggest issue for Sony back in the day was people were chipping their PlayStation 1 consoles. So you could play like burnt copies of games on the PlayStation. So that was a massive issue for Sony back in the day. But yeah, people could get it chipped somewhere. They could download games, copy them, you know, and play them on the PS1. So you know, it was an issue for Sony, but you know, a pretty cool feature for gamers at the time. But yeah, there's not really much else to show you guys here. Here's just another look around of the PlayStation. And there's not much to see underneath it, but yeah, that was a review on the Sony PlayStation. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.